This year's distinguished young Holstein breeder has an unwavering commitment to breeding great Holstein cattle and is making a name for himself through a strong work ethic, leadership with agriculture organizations, and a progressive breeding program. Tonight, we are excited to honor David Harvatine of King Ferry, New York, as our 2018 Distinguished Young Holstein Breeder. Sunlight scatters the sky, with streaks of blue, pink, and orange painted above. A new day has started, and with it, new opportunity. Each morning sunrise signals to Dave that there's another chance to make progress, another step toward improvement. He says, quote, "You are not going to get rewards unless you take risks. The best decisions are made with what you have. I guess I always look at it as, we always have tomorrow," end quote. As co-owner and dairy manager of Aurora Ridge Dairy, Dave is living his dream of working in the dairy industry and breeding elite registered Holsteins. Aurora Ridge Dairy is located north of Ithaca, New York, in the heart of the Finger Lakes region. Started in the mid-1980s by Bill and Penny Cook, Aurora Ridge Dairy has expanded from a 65-cow herd to 2,250 cows. Today, Aurora Ridge Dairy is owned by 4 partners: Bill Cook, Dan Westfall, Jason Burrows, and Dave. Born in Northeast Pennsylvania on a 70-cow grade Holstein farm, Dave developed an interest in cows at a young age. When Dave was 12 years old, his family decided to venture into the registered Holstein business so they could exhibit at area shows. He attended Cornell University, obtaining a bachelor's in animal science and competing on the university's dairy judging team. Dave was high individual during the 1999 World Dairy Expo's Intercollegiate Dairy Judging Contest, and his many achievements with the team spurred his interest in animal genetics. After graduation, Dave worked for Cargill Animal Nutrition in the Pennsylvania and Maryland area. But his passion for the registered Holstein cow pulled him back to the farm, and he made the move to Aurora Ridge Dairy 17 years ago as their herdsman. Today, Dave's primary focus is the herd's genetics. He states, quote, "Genetics is what I love, and to be able to look at the big picture every day as I run our mating program gets me excited," end quote. With a strong desire for robust genetics, Dave enjoys studying pedigrees and browsing bull books. When genomic testing was introduced, Aurora Ridge Dairy dabbled with the idea, and today they are using 100% genomic sires. Aurora Ridge Dairy's rolling herd average is 34,000 pounds of milk on 3 times a day milking. Currently, the cows are averaging 92 pounds of milk per day, with a 3.9% fat and 3.1% protein, with a somatic cell count of 100,000. Knowing that milk is their #1 income driver, Dave starts by using bulls plus 1,000 pounds for PTA milk. Components are also key in his decisions, as he avoids choosing negative component bulls. Dave explains that if he's going to feed 2 cows, he'd rather feed one that makes the most milk and has longevity. He also says he wants cows that are going to be structurally sound and visually impressive, so he pays close attention to udder composite, PTA type, feet and legs composite, somatic cell score, and daughter pregnancy rate. A foundation cow for Dave's breeding program is Aurora Shottle 7407 ET, Excellent 91 Gold Medal Dam of Merit, the highest female from a flush from Aurora Marshall 4801. 2 of 7407's brothers were sent to AI. He admires the family's will to milk and calm disposition, paired with their high genetic potential. A 2-year-old granddaughter, Aurora Yoder 16254, who is very good 85, carries one of the herd's highest GTPIs at 2,724. A cow family Dave is particularly proud of is not a result of embryo transfer or from a prominent cow. Aurora Iota 11727, very good 88, dam of merit. The genomic prediction on 11727 indicated that she was a potential outcross donor. 11727 is backed by generations of smaller framed, hardworking cows, and she continues to have a positive influence in the herd. Dave looks at genetics as a long-term investment. One of the biggest dividends of this investment was Aurora Ledyard. In the April 2018 genetic evaluations, Aurora Ledyard stood number 5 on the Holstein USA high-ranking genomic young bulls list with a GTPI of 2,935. Adaptation of technology has been an important part of their operation. Aurora Ridge Dairy utilizes the many genetic and reproduction technologies available. His team uses Enlight on a weekly basis to make informed donor selection decisions and to calculate which animals to sell. Dave says, quote, "I think the key is having easy access to my herd's data so I can pull information and manage the genetics faster. Having 100% identification allows me to make more reliable decisions." End quote. A key management practice for Dave is accurate identification. With less than 1% of genomic parentage errors, Dave says his team has found their groove. Dave states, quote, "If we are making the decision to invest in higher-end semen on higher-end genetics, I don't want to have identification errors. Doing it right starts with the correct steps along the way, and for identification, that first step starts when the calf hits the ground." End quote. Many aligning factors have resulted in exponential progress, Dave says. Within the last 15 years, Aurora Ridge Dairy is producing more milk with healthier cows while increasing their herd's genetics. Dave and his wife, Leanne, have 2 children, Ava, 10, and Bree, 7. Dave is known as a man who is humble and enthusiastic with a robust work ethic. Dave volunteers his time with several groups, including serving as a member of the local school board and on the board of managers for Cayuga Marketing LLC, an organization consisting of 29 members who own and manage dairy farms in central New York. Always interested in continuous improvement, Dave is currently participating in the Cornell University Dairy Executive Program to advance his leadership and management abilities. Dave says that growing up on a farm makes you persevere and work hard. He states, quote, "I was born into the dairy industry and look forward to having a positive influence on it into the future." End quote. With his humble attitude, drive for excellence, and excitement for the registered Holstein cow, it is easy to see that Dave will have a lasting influence on the dairy industry. We are happy to present David Harvatine with the 2018 Distinguished Young Holstein Breeder Award. Congratulations!